guys, it's TT Girls Eska,
Joy,
and Sharon. Do you guys know which drama gives the Koreans culture shock these days? It's one that requires good memory, good reasoning, and much, really way too much concentration. But most importantly, nerves of steel. It's a crime thriller that hunts down killers with exceptional hearing skills. It's Voice!
We've always thought of American series when it comes to police procedural dramas, but these days, Korean criminal shows have begun to captivate the viewers' attention. So today, we'll be comparing and contrasting the two representative criminal shows, Voice from Korea and Criminal Minds from America.
sounds fun.
Yeah.
We never talked about this genre before.
No, right? So let's now investigate these two similar yet different dramas in today's talk.
What do you guys think is the most important element in police procedural dramas? Because I think it's teamwork. Both series solve problems in teams, you know. Voice has the Golden Time team and Criminal Minds has the BAU, which is Behavioral Analysis Unit.
And the perfect chemistry of the different characters in the team unravels all mysteries. Plus, it adds excitement. I mean, just like us, the TT girls.
But despite their high-flown names, their positions in the field are like at the bottom. They're so-called trouble Tims, ignoring the rules and not listening to their boss. But for me, I was actually really impressed by them, unconvinced by the higher authorities, and solely focused on rescuing the victims.
There's a reason behind their strong motivation, though. Most of the members of both teams have been crime victims or have experienced social discrimination. That's why they can analyze the minds of the criminals as well as relate to the victims.
Oh, I perfectly agree. Because that's so true for both of the main leads from Voice and Criminal Minds. After their wives were brutally killed, they went through hard times. But eventually, they returned to their original position as team leaders and they did their best to save lives.
Park Eun-Soo and Emily too. They're both really pretty and multilingual. Also, Eun-Soo joins the Golden Time team after her sister was abducted, and Emily also has a painful memory of being a teenage mother in the past due to a mistake.
Guys, this one phrase suddenly came up in my mind. You can't judge a book by its cover. I mean, both the criminals and the victims in the drama have their own hidden stories. Maybe that's what the drama wanted to show.
Whoa, you're getting way too emotional. For such crimes, you have to remain rational.
Well, the genre and the team members similar in many ways. But actually, if you get into the real stories, they're very different. Well, let's go find out.
But before we get into the plot, I must say that the two dramas certainly express the difference in Korean and American culture.
Let's take the criminal tools, for example. Since the US allows its citizens to carry guns, American series often portray mass shootings and a lot of criminals use guns to threaten their victims. But in Voice, which takes place in Korea, a country that bans guns, the criminals use weapons such as metal balls, hammers, or knives.
The Eun-Seo murder and his metal weapon. The gory and the terrifying the weapons he used to kill people. It's just way too shocking and realistic. For some reason, Voice has a lot of violent scenes that involves like stabbing, smashing, and blood splattering and
But it's same for the Korean action movies too. I mean, the guns are only used as a source of threat and tension, and the real actions kick in with the feast, showing the stories of murder cases or fighting in realistic ways.
Ooh, what else?
Well, since Korea is small and crowded, tall apartments are right next to each other. Therefore, most crime scenes occur inside the house, like in the basement storehouses. But in America, the neighborhoods are less crowded, and the houses are are apart from each other. Therefore, the crimes are in bigger scale, and usually in public.
Yep. The most shocking scene for me from Voice was in second episode when the kid was stabbed by his mother and shivered in the washing machine. I mean, the moment when the blood was flowing down into the drain. Oh gosh. I think the standards of the two dramas are completely different. Now I can do laundry by myself. I think Korean drama has a strange power that makes the surrounding objects so terrifying.
Even the cases the two dramas deal with unravel in different ways. For example, when they deal with crimes where children are the victims, Voice portrays a mother who stabs her child, while in Criminal Minds, they more often show kidnaps.
But the young mother who stabbed her child, she was also suffering from mental illness. I mean, I don't know.
But don't you guys find it strange how most victims of 묻지마 살인, meaning murders without any motives, these days in Korea are females? You know, in Voice, Jin Hyuk's wife dies in that Eun-Seo murder, and Eun-Byul and the high school girls were abducted.
Well, that's maybe because in Korea there's a strong perception that women are the weak.
That's true. Because also in Criminal Mind, it deals with sexual harassment and rape. It's just that women are not the targets for no reason, right?
So the screenwriter of Voice created Kang Kwon-ju to stress that women are no longer the weakest and to show the power of women through her character.
The writer, I got so much respect for her.
Oh, me too. I mean, it's so touching how she cares the woman.
But do you know what the main viewpoint of Voice is? It's the special ability of the main character, Kwon-ju.
Her special hearing abilities. I mean, I think even Sommer, who's gifted with an amplified bionic ear, can't hear as much as her.
I know. She gains that ability after she had a severe eye damage though. Thanks to her ability, she was able to hear that snapping sound of the Eun-Seo murder, which is a major clue in finding the real criminal. Her hearing also lets her find Eun-byul, who was abducted, and it even makes her realize that Hwang Kyung-il is related to her father's death when he reiterates her father's last words.
I had goosebumps all over my body in episode 8 when she found out that the grandmother's voice was recorded. I mean, the way she solves these cases just by hearing is it's just amazing. But don't you guys think there's something similar in the American series?
The Monk series!
Oh, yeah.
I was just about to say that.
Detective Monk also goes through a series of mental illnesses from misophobia, panic disorder, and obsessive-compulsive neurosis after he loses his wife. I mean, he properly arranges the cushions on the sofa in the crime scene, wipe out his hands after he shakes hands with other people, and since he's so sensitive, he's always the first one to find the clues in the crime scenes. And with his excessively good memory, he begins to put the puzzle pieces together for the investigation.
I guess only people with special skills can become the lead roles of the crime series.
But what's more amazing than their special abilities is that they use them for justice.
From Voice, Criminal Minds to Monk, we have compared and contrasted the total of 3 dramas today.
I only thought that these dramas were scary, violent, and serious. But from now on, I try not to close my eyes and cover my ears. Instead, I'll try to keep one open so that I can keep track of the story.
I know, even while they're dramas of 2 different countries, of different cultures, the message they want to send out seems similar to each other. It's to give viewers hope and courage to overcome pain by showing the processes of solving problems that are similar to or even more extreme than reality. And that's the major charm point of police procedural dramas.
Yep. Well, that's the end for today's TT Girls Talk. Bye, everyone.